since it was created last session. We are just slightly below now the distribution, which is the main one from yesterday, roughly 202.54 to roughly 201.49, 47. Yeah, we're just slightly below that, which is also we're not too far off from the extreme high of last week, which is roughly 202.21, which is, we just from yesterday's session dropped the extreme high of last month. So money looks and value looks to be flowing down, even though yesterday was a bullish day, mainly off the news of a deal. Yesterday was a weird one, but we'll talk about that after this session. And I apologize for not doing a summary. When I got home, I crashed out. But we'll talk about it once we're done here. So we're slightly below the distribution, and I covered a wide area of it. So I went all the way down to 201.44, 201.47. Looks like the volume really stopped around 201.63, but I decided to cover the whole bell curve. Right now on the books, there is a massive amount of selling and buyer selling or orders are popping into the books, but then dropping shortly after price gets there. So that's telling me that there are some bigger players that's testing. And with about a minute and 18 seconds, I'm starting to see some buy stops. Or so that's good news for us. As always, I would love to see price pop a little higher first to give us that reaction. So in my watch list, I have 202 puts, 201, and 200, with currently 201 in my active trader ready to pull the trigger. Depending on how the market opens, we could switch to 200 because we are not too far from there. But like I said, I would love to see price pop first. No real indication on direction on the books other than there's a lot of sales that are popping in. Right now, there's a lot of buys as well. So, but those buys are starting to go away. So I think we're going to see pop first. So 201s are definitely in my active trader, going for $103. That's going to change. And the market is opening now. And there's a strong presence of buying right now. And also the books are, I mean, the options ladder is okay. It just updated, but the spread is extremely wide. So nothing until everything settles in. Get a drink of water. The spread is extremely wide. Even if it started out to make sense to play. Did they do what they need to do? Okay, so it just changed. Red's a lot better. VIX hasn't moved at all though. It's a massive amount of selling on the books. And so far in this candle, there's negative delta. And then starting to see some iceberg sells come into it with some buy stops. Price has gone to $55 per contract. So that's nice. With only a $4 spread. A little wide, but a lot of icebergs popping in too. A big iceberg in there. It just hasn't reacted price-wise to that. Buy orders are starting to go away. And so prices near POC. Still have 201 calls in my active trader, so we're at 201.94. There's a massive amount of selling, but nothing has entered. There's a big order right there. Am I entering 201 puts? $55 per contract. There's a massive seller just came in there. They built a massive seller to just back into it. I don't think I got a good fill either. And $55. And then it went down to 52. Yeah, 52. Not the best fill on it, at least from what I saw from the book. It was a massive seller that just hit the books and they're dropping it now. 55 is my entry. Not the best price on entry, but we're dropping it. All right, the sellers are definitely there. Multi-OS. This has been okay now 59. Yeah, I didn't get the best price at all. And it went all the way to 59. So I think you guys probably got a better, will probably get a better price than I do. Because as soon as I hit it, it was 52. So I'm $3 on in the hole at the beginning of this thing. Okay, you guys already. So it was puts, guys. I got puts in the description. But did I say calls? If I misspoke, I'm sorry. It was puts. Yeah. So I don't think I got the best price. It's still they're trying to work itself out. So 35 it will be my out, and at the moment it's not looking good. I think if I had a better price, I would have got the $10. And here's the second 5 minutes here. And there's a massive seller that just hit the books. Oh, okay. Look like y'all got better than me because I didn't. You got 51.50. Yeah, I got a horrible entry. Some of y'all are out already, and there's big buyers that stepped in. So I may be getting stopped out on a bad price. Okay, and the sellers. Okay, now they're popping back into it. Buyers went away. I'm not even close to break even. So this is not looking great for me. I see y'all popping in with y'all win, so that is great for y'all for sure. Great way to end the Friday. Me, not so much at the moment. Still, I'm about $10 in the hole, and there's a big, huge buyer that popped in. So this Friday is a no-go for me. 56 and stopped out. So you got the same price, so a little bit more, less than I did. So yeah, you guys with better prices did much better than me. Sucked on the price, even though still in the play is only 40. But yeah, great job, y'all. And I'm about to get stopped out too. So anybody got anywhere close to me got stopped out. I'm still in there with 41. So again, 35 is my out, but right now it's at 40. So great job for everyone who got a better price. 49s. Wow. Awesome. 50 to 60. Fire. Yeah, it definitely went to 60. I saw that. 51 to 60. Good stuff, everybody. Is this the first time I'm gonna lose money and everyone else made money? Because right now it's at 38. And there's a massive selling wall that just popped into it, but it's not happening in the price action. Yeah, this pop higher would definitely be out for me once they update. There's a lot of selling popping in too, so if it happens in the actual price action, that would be great. But it's not happening at the moment. So currently I am $2 away from my out now three, and there's a iceberg order sell. I wonder if the sellers are coming into it now. Their buying orders are starting to get deleted, and okay, maybe not. $3 away from my out. Now I am $5 away, $6 away. It would be great if the sellers come in now. They look like they're trying to come into it now. They were. So back to 46, 42 now. And there's a massive seller. It's like the sellers are trying to bring it down with these big orders. Okay, then that's a huge drop. So something is happening right at the 202.05 to 202, 201.97 range. There's a lot of volume. This is the third 5 minutes. They're there. They're trying to drop it. Are they taking control or not? Because then there's stop, sell stop. Okay. Then they're pushing through some liquidity. So 201.89, which we just dropped. Now we can go to from green to red. That would be in my favor. So almost at break even, about $9 away from break even. But there's another buyer just popped into it. So it looks like the buyers are I mean the sellers are trying, but then buyers aren't giving up. So distribution just popped in, but no go. Sorry, sell imbalance. All right, see you. And I'm not upset. This week has been weird. I'm sorry if I sound upset. But no, I'm not upset. It's just been a weird, especially yesterday. But I'm happy for you all who are making money. I don't know. This is probably the first time that I've lost and you all are making, which is a good feeling, you know. But Still losing money is losing money. All right. So 39 right now. Again, 35 is my out. It looks like that may just happen. See this, and then the sellers just try to drop it. So I don't know what's happening at the moment. Kind of like yesterday where the books didn't add up, but now a big buyer came in. Yeah, that got to be it right there. And then a big seller just came. It's like which one? All right. So 35 and a half, and then it's the buyer imbalance that just popped into it. So that got to be it. If it pushes above 202.01 or 202.21. There is a lot of sellers there too, but it's just not happening. And I am out, guys. That is it for me. So I am out. And it's crazy because I'm seeing a lot of selling coming into it. And now look at it, it just happened. It just happened as it stopped me out. If we break 201.89, I may think about popping back. Okay, I'm gonna jump back into it. $42 per contract. But then that's a big wall of selling that just popped in. Those buyers are going away. Seeing it in real time. And those buyers, they keep coming into it, but then dropping it. And then a huge seller just runs into the market. And then the iceberg just hit on the sell side. This is almost like deja vu of yesterday. And then seller drops it. VIX was above 20. Yeah, it's going up higher now. But yeah, it's been above 20 for a while now. But slightly, only 20, what, 28, 22 today. It looks like maybe the sellers are coming in on a heavy sell imbalance. And there's a big wall of buying. It's like, kind of like I said, deja vu of yesterday. It hits a sell, and then there's okay, that buyer went away. And then it hits a buyer. A big buyer comes in. Here's what's the 4 or 5 minutes? So, and then, okay, now it's dropping. I wonder if the sellers are trying to come into it now. If it drops that 201.73 area, that would be great. So 46 would have been, I think that's the far as it went. Now back up. This is just reminiscence of yesterday. There's a big seller just popped a huge iceberg sell. It's just standing there waiting to get filled. There was a huge sell imbalance in the last five, and a lot of selling hitting the books very, very hard. So it's not reflecting of price. 201.77. we were to drop 201.77, I think we'd be in good shape. Well, even 201.73. But I don't know where other investors are trying to go or other participants at the moment. Let me, while that's going on, we took a second one, 38 to 47. Awesome. Awesome. Even that, you got a better price than me. So you guys are getting better prices than I am on these plays. That 55 was not it on the first one. And there's again, there's a huge sell, but it's not reflecting in price. Even the second one is not looking all that great right now. If this price go back into the 202s, it's like the seller, it's a seller that's kind of waiting there, waiting to get filled, but price is not really reflecting it. Yeah. So if we make a new high, then that's probably gonna be it. 202.28. We make a new high. I don't think this play gonna work itself out. I mean, I'm still gonna hold the 20, but no, that's not working itself out like I would hope. Realistic. Please, I do think, okay, but like the higher imbalance right where price is currently. So this direction of where these guys are trying to go is just not clear. So I am back to break even on the second play. I feel like I probably just take a small bump of some money back. But I'm seeing the buyer orders are starting to go away. There's somebody trying to test it back to 43, so I'm in profit technically. All right, here is a 50 candle. So there's a huge iceberg on the buy side that just popped into it. So we dropping structure, or tried to drop structure, 201.73, but it's holding it. And there's a big buyer that just popped in. So the direction is kind of all over the place. All right. Well, while that's happening, let me move over to you all. Uh, right now, break even, so nothing's happening. All right. So you did a limit order of 38 to 47 fire. Good stuff. I don't know, with that, did you take a loss on the first play? Uh, it has been a strange. It's been weird. And once whatever happens with this play here, right now I'm back to break even. I'll talk to you guys about yesterday. It's kind of reminiscent of what's happening right now. The orders are not matching price. It didn't start to match price until the Trump announcement, and I logged in, and some of you guys were still on where we caught a second play, and I was actually made my money back and some yesterday. So I went from a loss to about $540 in profit, which yesterday was just extremely weird. So you were late, took a second one, 45 to 48 fire. Stopped out on the first. Okay. Second, 41 to 46. But yeah, just kind of like what's happening right now, just like the books itself are showing massive amount of selling, but price is not reflecting that. Well, it's trying to now. It's trying to match what's on the books. And I know what's on the books is limit orders, so until they get filled, but still, it should somewhat match in price action. So I was in profit. Now I'm back in profit on the second one, as far as like my 42 entry. Now it's at 48. So now it's not. Let's see. Let me go up to the top. So good stuff, everybody who caught a better entry than I did. Positive thinking. Um, and I forget who it was, but that was awesome this morning. Try to come into this morning. I sound like this because I was trying to cut the grass. I did cut the grass. Tried to beat the rain, and a lot of that junk from the grass got in my nose. So sound worse than I feel. Well, I sound worse than I feel. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, so it looks like 50. Could be getting half money back in a second. I'm about $1 away from getting half of the money back. I was. Yeah, I was almost there. Okay, anyway. So no second TP. So 51 to 61 fire. Yep, much better price than I did. 51 to 61 fire. Yeah, I was $1 away from getting half my money back. 52 to 60 single bracket fire. Controlled my stop loss, small profit, chose to, okay. It's protected trading time, good stuff. 51 to 60, 50 to 60, 49 to 58, fire. 49, another 49 to 58, good stuff. So you was stopped, you got in at 56, Matt Talgon, yeah. You got $1 worse than I did. 51 to 59. Okay, good stuff. Wave Master. 51 to 44, so you get a small. Okay. Lock the small profit. Okay. Oh, didn't lock small. So you stopped out. So yeah, it looks like it's going against me again. I'm not even looking at the books at this point. JJ stopped out. Yeah, it's been a strange for sure. It really has. Yep. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't feel good to lose money regardless of what it is, but I am happy that you all are making profit. Got better entries than I did, so that is definitely awesome. In at 51, out at 50, at 34, and then 40 to 50. Okay, fire. 1 minute chart traded into yesterday's upper distribution. But the distribution doesn't matter on the rotation. The distribution is depending on the day. Doesn't matter what rotation you use. It doesn't change for rotation. But it was in the distribution of yesterday for sure. And VWAP is depending on which rotation you use. So that's information that changes per rotation. I wouldn't put too much into VWAP. Anything that changes per chart is not reliable. But if it works, it works. That's not something to hang your head on. All right. So looking at the books, there's a massive amount of selling, but just not equaling to price action. and now there's buying. So I don't know what direction is going to be, but still this second play, I'm still in there, but not looking good. Right now is at 35. Again, the high is 202.28. The low is 201.48. So we are stuck in between that price. Something's going to have to give one way or the other. And I thought maybe because, and it looks like the orders was kind of reflecting that. Even though China, the president said they were going to drop tariffs to 80%, it was still high. Right? So reflecting of that wasn't the best. It looks like, that news wasn't the best, but the books look like it was reflecting the same thought. Like, yeah, 80%, but it's still high. So right now it reflected it, but then it's kind of up in the air. So, so I'm almost back to break even on this thing, on the second one. Right now, I can sell it for about a $4 loss. And every time price pops up a little bit, there's a huge seller. So there's a fight between both. Who's gonna win? Don't know. By the way, we want. Oh, nice. Hey, congrats to your son. Awesome, awesome, awesome. That's some great news on a Friday, along with making some money for those who did. Uh, Um, so I pretty much gave everything back I made this week with depending on what happens here. If I lose this one, I would have made a little over 1,000 this month. This week. So I'm not giving back all of my profits, but I gave back a big chunk if this doesn't work out. We're still in it. I'm about $10 in the hole. So still green for the week. That's positive outlook on it, but not the best. But congratulations to your son. That is awesome. Great news on a Friday. All right. I don't know if y'all want to stick around for me to see if I lose this or win it, but is there any questions before I close this out? Because right now it is entered at 42, it is now 34. I can sell it for, so I'm definitely in the hole. Right now, price is stuck at POC. Your stop was removed while you was trading. I don't think that's ever happened to me. Okay. You still in the second play? You entered at 45? Okay. So what's your out? 25? Or are you a tighter stop? Wave master. Oh, 30? Okay. Yeah. So you're not that far off. 15-cent stop. Yeah. So sellers are there. I wouldn't say this is for, okay, so there's a lot of sell icebergs are in. It's not really reflecting price at the moment, but there's popping into it. Um, what I was gonna say. It's a frustrating part about it sometimes, especially when it doesn't match what's being displayed. Pricing it's tight right now. Yeah, it's definitely tight. There is a lot of infighting between the bigger players. No one wants to see it drop, and right now, at the moment, no one is pushing price higher, but there's gonna be a loser in this. It has to be. There's no way it's gonna stay there. There's gonna be a loser in this fight. And I think the loser is gonna be whoever breaks the high, which would be the sellers, or who breaks the low, which would be the buyers, or will take a loss. So right now it's that like stuck at POC of yesterday. And there's a sell imbalance that just popped in, and that's the crazy part of it. There's a lot of fighting. So there's a big buyer on the books, and there's a huge seller on the books. And right now we're seeing sell imbalances pop in, which is great for us because we're playing the puts, but it's just not reflecting price. All of these bigger players on each side, and kind of want to just say make a move, right? One way or the other. Yeah, exactly. The longer the price consolidates, the bigger the move is going to be. There's going to be a loser in this wound up movement. Again, I think if we break 202.30, 202.28, which is the current high, then the sellers are going to lose. And then it looks like it's trying to do that. 202.28. There's a huge seller right above that, which is again, it's but it's not reflecting in price. So who knows what's going to happen? We just in for the ride. Huge seller just popped into it, but there's a big wall there too, with buy stops getting hit. 202.28 again is the high. And every time it tries to approach it, there's a big wall of sellers. And then it looks like the wall is getting intense too. So I'm about $5 away from my out here. Sorry, not $5 away. I am $8 away. So 42 is my entry. 22 would be the stop. All right, you guys want to stick around and see what happens? If not, then yeah, almost stopped out at 30. Yeah, it probably was at 30 and a half. Because I thought maybe I was gonna, because that's another thing. That second play that happened yesterday, I was $3 away from my stop before it turned around, and ended up making all that money back and some. So it's another reason why I do 20 as a stop because I've been playing IWM for so long, and 20 has always been giving it just enough room to work itself out. And if it doesn't work out, it wasn't meant to be. Okay, cool. Well, I can tell you it's not looking good for me. A bad trader. It is now at 31, and my out is 22. Not the best way to end the week. Um, but again, I'm still green on the week, so I can't be too mad. But I gave a lot of that profit back. Tuesday's loss, the loss that we won, so it was a one and one, I believe. I think we only did two. And then yesterday's was just a weird day. All right, so it looks like the sellers are trying. Let me look at the books, see what the books are saying. Like I said, there's a big seller. So what we're seeing is a massive amount of bigger players. We don't know who they are, hedge funds, bank, whatever. They're just not, they're not giving up on each end. I think it's because of the whole, you know, dropping the tariffs down from was it 125 to 80%. Maybe some like it, some don't. Okay. I know he had made an announcement, so suggested, I should say. And I think that's why the futures popped the way it did. Yeah, you're seeing strong selling as well, but it's not reflecting on price. There's a whole, yeah, I mean, there's a huge wall of selling. You're right, but price is not reflecting that. Again, it's not reflecting it too. Even though it looked like it's possible absorption happening, a buyer's absorption, but it's still not making any sense. So right now it's 31. Of course, the longer we hold it, the more decay it would be on the option side. All right, so those sellers went away. Let's 202.28. So if we break 202.28, I think the sellers are now. I think the sellers lost this battle, which would mean I would have lost this battle. All right, I am $7 away from my stop. Yeah, $6 away. But now there's both. There's both buying and selling on the books, and they are massive. So there's definitely a lot of fighting between the bigger players, and that's why we're saying a price just stuck. Again, still haven't made a new high, and it hasn't made a new low. Again, high is 202.28, which we got pretty close to it. And every time we see price get close to it, then there's a big seller. All right, well, all the sellers went away. So I think it looks like the buyers are going to take control and win this one. And then as soon as I say that, there's a big seller that just pops in. Yeah, you gotta love it. So it got close to the 202.28 high. It looked like it's about to at least test it and go higher now. So 22 is my stop. It's now 28, and we are what the 10 o'clock about to be the 10:05 candle coming up soon. So day and yesterday, long time since I've played after 10 o'clock. Well, I've had a play in 10 o'clock after in the 10 o'clock hour. So these are first in very, very long times. I'm normally done and dusted way before 10 o'clock. Yeah, I still see the same thing. A bad trader. There is a massive wall of selling that it's in and then it's out and then it's in and then it's out. Like right now it's out, but then they're popping back in, right? So no one is giving up. It looks like one is giving up than the other, and then all of a sudden they come back in with force. And again, I am close to an out. It was at 28, now it's at 29. And then there's a massive selling just popped in there too. So yeah, they're there. They're representing both sides are being represented very well. Right now, there's no buying now on the books whatsoever. So could this be the sellers? Could the buyers finally give up? Oh, now there's a massive wall of selling again as price goes down, and there's a still imbalance that just popped into it. Could this be the selling that we need to happen? It would happen if it did. It would happen right on time. This is deja vu again of yesterday. Because again, yesterday, my second play, when I asked if anybody was still in the voice channel, I got in. I was $3 away from my stop before it turned around and I made all of my loss back. So I wonder if it's going to be repeat of yesterday. I would love that to end that week, even though, and I don't want to keep rambling, but even though it made my head hurt, I'll take the result. So there is a massive amount of selling, but small areas of buying. So there's a seller imbalance there, and there's price pop in. It looks like it hits that sell. It's like no one is actually giving up. Wave Master, you got stopped out, right? Or you still in the play? I think you said 30, so yeah, you would have got stopped out because it's at 20. It went to 28 the last I saw, or even 27. Something tell me I should go lower. I let the play work out because I have my defined risk. I think the sellers are popping in now. So I just let it play out because there's been many times where just like yesterday on the second play where it got close to my stop and then it worked out. I've played IWM so long, man, that 20 is always been enough room to work yourself out because you're never gonna get very tops and bottoms of plays. So I know my risk, and I know that yes, if I took a loss on the second one, that I would be giving back more profit. But at the end of the week, I still would be a little over 1,000 for the week. So yes, I gave back a lot of money, but I didn't lose for the week either. It's been very long since I've lost a week, and I won't let that happen, especially if I've been profitable early on. I don't mind giving back some profit if I can make more. That makes sense because you're playing with house money. Ooh, look at that sell wall. Still in a deficit, but look at that sell wall. Wow, and then the buyers went away as it hit that. Did this V what we're looking for? Almost. Because we're definitely getting close to the open of today. The open was 201.54, so getting somewhat close to that. If we turn a green day into a red day, oh, and look at all that selling now. There's no buyers on the book. Okay, a buyer just popped in. But I think the buyers may be giving up. It looked like the buyers were gonna win out, and the sellers still haven't won, but they looking like they're in charge, and all the buyers are now gone. Nah, as soon as I say that, then a buyer pops in there. So let me stop talking. Let me stop saying that. And then buyer comes in strong again. So they're definitely fighting. And for a minute, it looked like the buyers were gonna win it, and now for a hot second, it looked like the sellers were gonna win it. And now it's still up in the air. It did for a second, then it looked like it was gonna be in my favor. It sure did look like it was gonna be in my favor, and it's still in there actually. So let's just let it play out. I know with a lot of when it comes to trading, especially since I was blessed to have a mentor, a lot of my thought or my what's the word I'm looking for? My rules are validated. It's not, and I can't say that right now because it hasn't happened, worked for me, but as far as the 20 rule, at least yesterday it did. Right now it's not. So right now there's a big buyer at the bottom of that, and then there's literally no selling. Selling just popped in. There's a big buyer there too. So there's still no one really gave up. It broke the VWAP to the downside. That depends on which on Bookmap. I don't have VWAP on Bookmap. Oh, it's looking like a resistance point. I mean, there is some validation to VWAP, but again, VWAP is just it depends on rotation, so it's hard for me to really trust VWAP. So right now, price is stuck in between the last 5 minute candle. The low is of that last 5 minutes, 10-10 candle, 201.72. So if it breaks the 201.72, that's great for us. And maybe even 201.64. But there's no control. Who has control? Is it just us? Me, and a bad trader on here? Did everybody else say they made their money and I'm out? Which I ain't mad at you because I would be doing the same thing. I would be out if I made my money logging off, especially if I'm in profit. I'd be out of here. Okay, see some of you. Okay. Hopefully, you guys will see my second one play out well. Right now, it's in our favor, in my favor to sell, but no one has won the battle yet. You out of all trades, yeah. How did you do? I haven't. I looked back at a few of you all's, but I think some got stopped, some made profit, depending on your entry. A lot of you all got better entries than I did, so very, very happy for you all. Total chop, that is 1,000%. Still at 42. Okay. Oh, you got the same price I did on the second one. Nice. TC, so cool. Watching futures. Yes. But there's a seller. See, what's making me have a positive outlook on this second one is that the buyers keep going away and then there's selling balances that's popping into it. It's just no one has actually won. We would definitely want the sellers to win in this case, but out of cent. Okay, so it looks like they just broke the low of last candle of 201.72, which is 201.70 at the moment. If they break the 201.64, so right now I am break even. Excuse me. All of that pollen or whatever was in the grass has really gotten my nose. Uh, Still in at 48, looking to get break even. You're getting was 42 right now. Oh, there go the sellers. So we just broke the other 950 candle, so that's good. And then there's a massive wall of buying that went away, so that's great. As soon as he tried to get there, are the sellers went out? When did we open? We opened at 201.54, right? We were there 201.52. So we went from green to red, which would be great for us, but and then we're holding it. So 201.54 was the entry. Let me mark that because I keep getting what that is. That so we hit the open and then went higher. Then there's a massive amount of buy-in that just popped into it. And the more we stay in this options play, the worse it is for us. So it is okay. Looks like the sellers may have come back in. Buyers' orders went away. Will we drop the open? Nope. Defended the open. 201.54 would be the open, and if they're defending the open, This looks like it's trying to, it was staying below structure of 201.72 for a hot second. So it looked like it was going to work out. And it didn't. Yeah, no time to can future. Yeah, for sure. Buyer's up. Yeah. Yep. It did. Buyer wall. Trying to break yesterday's. Yeah, it is. It's trying to break the open of today. We're getting very close to the close of yesterday, which is 201.19. If we get there, then the sellers won, and we definitely would have won this trade. But it's fighting the open of today. It dropped it, so it was green. Technically, we're technically green on the session from yesterday, and then if we're green on the day. So session green, and we're getting close to we're right on the edge of being red for the day. It keeps fighting that. Books are saying there's a massive amount of buying at the bottom. There's some buying that keeps coming in, but then there's a sell imbalance too. Well, then as we see a sell imbalance, then there's a buyer that pops into it. So there's a wall of buying that looks like it tries to go away. Okay, so we are officially red on the day. Well, we were. We were. Okay, small profit, 42 to 44. Okay, got $2. All right, so we're officially red on the day. That buyer went away. So I wonder if price is coming out of distribution from yesterday, which would be right where price is right now. And we just dropped it. So 201.43 is would be the new low. So good stuff on taking it. Yep. It just came out of distribution for a hot second. Good stuff, bad trader. You really learning this stuff very well. So I gotta give you kudos on that, man. We gotta get you from being a bad trader though. At least change the name. Positive thoughts always. But yeah, you're saying it right on point, even on the book map side. So awesome. All right, what did I say? 201.77. I'm sorry, 201.43 is the new one. Now I just made a new low, 201.41. Mid trader. So now the new low is 201.40. There's a massive amount of buying. So there's maybe some taking profit there. I'm gonna maybe take this 51, be going up my business. Okay, so we drop it, and then there's buyers there that went away, so that's great. As soon as price, so somebody's testing it. Oh, there go the sellers. As soon as price get there, so somebody's testing the market right now, and now the buyers go away. All right, I just got my $10, half of my loss back, 52. I move my stop to protect that. This is deja vu of yesterday. Wow. If I can get 62, then that would be everything back. And I'll let like a 1 or 2 runner go just to get something. If not, I at least got half of it back. So we are at the close of yesterday. 201.19 is the close. Right now it's 201.20. 61. That's 62. I just made all my money back. 62, all my loss back. and I have five runners, so I'm gonna let it run to at least 67. I'm gonna lock in as I go. There go the sellers. So the sellers are definitely took it. Thank you. God, yesterday and today, now that I'm I'm in profit, making all my money back, I can tell y'all exactly. So that's VWAP. I think I may just take it all here, unless we drop it. Let me move my stop just to lock in. We may drop VWAP on the 5 minute rotation. As price drops, there's a buyer there. I'm gonna take it all here. I'm not gonna play around with it no more today. So 67. Oh, wait, 67? Did I get it? Okay, so I moved it to 62. Okay. It didn't take me out of it though. What was it, 62 and a half? Where we at right now? 75. Oh, wow. I'm gonna let this run. Wow. What a turnaround. Wow. All right, I'm gonna move it to 70. I'm gonna move it to 72 because it's at 77 right now. How much is that for the day so far? $950 so far. I'm just gonna let this run. I'm gonna lock in as it runs. It does hurt so well. Man, my head is pounding. And that's another example, just like yesterday, of why I do $20 stops because it allows it to work out. It has come painfully close to being stopped out before. Like yesterday. Again, yesterday and today is a deja vu of price not um looking the same as the book. Wow, I'm gonna let this continue to go. I'm gonna let it pay me for as long as it does. I just moved my stop to 72, so let's see if it how much it'll give me. Right now, I'm just playing with house money. Wow. I am definitely ready to log off. Green on the week. Yeah, that is the positive part about it. Long as you're still progressing, your account is steadily climbing up. Yeah, and the VIX did pop. You're right. Up higher. I apologize for the sniffing. I just calling or whatever it was in the grass got me. So the sellers ended up winning after all. So I moved my stop to 72. Right now, 77. So that may be all that is going to pay me. 21.8 to 22.45, and now 22.28. Why the sellers? So there's no, okay, it looks like there's kind of no man's land right now as far as price. So I think people are going to start taking profits, even though there's a buy stop that just hit. I'm sorry, a sell stop that just hit, and then a buy stop that just hit too. So it may be profit taking, but I'm going to let this. So right now is at 40, I'm sorry, 73. It's now 74. So I'm $2 away from stop. All right. And that is it for me, y'all. Wow. That was insane. I'm not sure why my did all of my windows closed. There we go. That is insane. So another I guess reassurance of my rules is that I always do a $20 stop. I'm not saying you all should do that, but 20 has always been enough buffer. I'm ready to get off this thing. My head is starting to hurt again. Congratulations to everyone who won on the first play. got a better entry than I did. So I lost the first one, 55 out at 35. And then the second one, as much as it was almost at my stop, I turned around and now I got to 62. Then I moved my stop up to 72. So I made all of my money back and then some. So a grand total of for the day, $950. So for a total of $2,050 for the week. Like I said, I gave a lot of my profit back, but it's good to be on top for the week. Hopefully next week won't be such a roller coaster, especially coming off a non-session streak like we did last week. So again, congrats to everyone. I'm logging off and going to get some Tylenol. I will see you all. Any questions before I get off? Wow. Insane, insane couple days. Yeah. Thank you. I don't know if it was patience or so much more so just I know that like I said, through the years, a 20-cent stop has always worked out. And then when it doesn't work out, then I know it's not meant to be. That's just part of my rules. Um, and just like yesterday, getting close to being stopped out to work out again today, the exact same result. So I know you don't like VWAP, but secondary. It's not that I don't like it. I just I don't make decisions on VWAP because, and like I said, anything that changes per rotation, you can't really trust the information. But I see what you're saying, a bad trader. It's important, sure. Work calls, yeah, actually work calling for me too. Yeah, did the second opportunity. I think I jumped on the second one right before everybody left, and it took forever. Texas Yeti. Let me see. I think I jumped on at 9:40. Yep, at 9:40 candle. So from 9:40 to 10:25 is how long I was in that play. And I was what my stop was at 22. It got all the way down to 27, I believe, before rotating. And now we're seeing a heavy presence of selling now and virtually no buying. So the sellers definitely won this one. And it looked like the buyers were going to win it, but the sellers pulled out. That was a long, yeah. It's been minutes since I played past 10 o'clock. Today and yesterday was the first time in a very long time. So, but again, I am happy that most of y'all won the first one. Again, y'all got better issues than me, which is, I don't think that's ever happened here. A few times, right? But not everybody. So again, congratulations to all. And the sellers are in the building heavily. A buyer came in, but all right, y'all. Seeing a lot of sell walls on the book map. Yeah, yeah. Oh, and the buyers went away too. A bad trader. So awesome eye, man. I am. Y'all know that I do this just to teach, not really to for people to follow me, even though I'm not knocking anybody. So the fact that you're learning it heavily, bad trader, makes me very happy, man. So keep on. Texas Jetty, you too, and there's a few others that are learning it. So and look at the sellers now. Gracious. All right, everybody. I'm out. I'll see y'all on Monday. Have a great weekend, great rest of your Friday, and I'll talk to y'all. And happy Mother's Day to all the mothers, grandmothers, and all that stuff. So oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I don't claim to be a teacher, but I appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right, everybody. I'll talk to y'all Monday. Bye.